Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, Technical Trader, Thursday night, November the 10th. These are the charts of the day, highlighting some stocks that are moving, breaking out, looking good. On the long side, ENS, which we spotted today and traded the stock, you can see, which had come down hard from this topping pattern that where it spent most of the year, plunged in July and August from 37 down to the 17 range, bounced, retested, and then came up. And now that breakout occurred here, and then a back and filling type consolidation above the moving averages, which have crossed over, which is positive, of course. Today, big volume for the stock, 2.6 million shares, a breakout, a strong move, and a close near the high end of the range. At this point, I'm looking for a move to continue and get up towards 30.31. SMTX, key breakout today across this line. You can see that the declining top line was taken out with this surge to resistance, and then a consolidation took place for the last 2 weeks. Low volume, good technicals. Today, the stock popped. Now, it didn't close great, but it did manage to close above that resistance line. And then at this point, I'd be looking for a follow through to get us up somewhere around the 3.305 range, 310, something like that. We'll see what follows after that. Secondary target would be around 375. TRU, which has been acting well of late, today had a, clean it up a little bit for you. Today had a spike up of 80 cents or 16%. Now, 2 days ago it exploded, but then it had a really quiet inside day yesterday, and today it's moved right back up again. If you can take out the 630.50 zone around this high here, let's see, that's about 580. Across the 580 area, I think the stock, no, it's more than that. Let's see, hang on a sec. 640. If we can take out the 640 range, I would not be shocked to see this move up towards 7.5 or 8. FRO, one of our 3 shipping stocks that had a big day today. Let's take a look at it. Now, the thrust of 15.75% or 81 cents on 6.6 million got us right up to resistance. And it did back off there, but it closed solidly above the declining 50-day moving average. That's the first time that's done that. Let's take a look all the way back about a year ago. So this is a potentially key area, and a breakout may be coming. Let's keep an eye on the 610 zone the next day, as early as tomorrow, to see if we can break through. If so, the next target is somewhere up around 8.5 at that resistance line right there. FTK, one of our favorites, has been continuing to move. It broke out, and we put a swing trade on it, backed off, but it's come on again. It's broken out above that line. Has a beautifully sharply rising channel in play. I'm looking for a move up to test the $11 range up near the July highs short term. OSG, another one of our shipping stocks that had a big day today with the Baltic Dry Index improving. You can see that slightly took out that declining tops line and closed at the high end of the range today, within pennies of the high, just under the 50. But if we do get a follow through, I look for a move to about 16.5. GNK, my favorite shipper, which has been acting very well over the last few months. After spiking down in August, ran up hard to resistance, pulled back to test, retested, coiled or flagged in here. Let's call that a pennant. It was broken out today with a thrust of $1.03 or 12%. Volume was the best in about a month. Now I'm looking for a test of 1090 or thereabout short term. Secondary target up at 13.75, 14. Magic Software. You can see the key on this one is that the declining top line was broken, and so was this resistance level here today. And resistance near the $6.45 range was tested today at 626. It backed off to 6. It was still up 60 cents, 11%, and the volume was nearly 1 million shares. So that's the best volume since July, and I would think that a test and maybe take out of that level could take place. And if so, expect to see the stock up around 8. URI, acting very well here, and today popped $1.88 or almost 8%. Its volume would increase to 3.6 million. It looks like it's about to test and take out its lateral price resistance from these multiple highs, and if it does, wouldn't be shocked to see this in the 33.35 zone. Intermediate move, short-term 30. HEK popped today, 7.7%, up 46 cents, up 4.4 million. Key is it took out this declining tops line and now may very well test. Well, actually did test that high today and backed off a little bit of it. But the longer term weekly chart shows that this is a key area of resistance. And a move through here completes a big base pattern and can move it up to the $8 range short term, intermediate target of 10. FTNT, nice day today, up $1.70 or 7%, 3.8 million traded. That's an increase, but look at the thrust this has had in the last month. It's continuing to move from 15.5 up to 25.5 and continues to fill this gap. At this point, if we do get a pullback, support is around 23 and the target's around 28. Kit Digital, very strong surge took out this line of lateral resistance, the major declining tops line. That's where it closed yesterday. Today, it popped through that and tested the third layer of resistance. So at this point, with this kind of a thrust, we may see some backing and filling or consolidation. However, if we do get a move through this area, I'd be looking for an extension of the move up into the 14-15 zone, perhaps even as high as 16 or 17. That remains to be seen. CJES, a fairly new issue after this declining top line was taken out a couple of days ago. Yesterday it pulled back, but held to 50. Today it popped back up, got as high as 21.20 before pulling back, still up 5% today. Volume increased to the best of the month. It did back off this lateral price resistance, but the next target would be up closer to 27.8 range if it is able to break through. So keep an eye on that one. Swing trade PKT, another good day, up 60 cents or 4.2%. 500,000 shares nearly traded on it. And the stock appears to be headed for a test of the $17 range short term. And that's our swing trade target as well. Lastly is SFSF, which popped through this lateral resistance and then backed off to it. Still up 86 cents or 3%, although at one point it was up as high as about 5%. Stepping back and looking at the longer term pattern, the stock has some heavy duty resistance up around 32, and that's our swing trade target on SFSF. And that's also it for this night and this week. You guys have a good weekend. Happy Veterans Day. Bye-bye.